Hey, welcome to the Sunnycrest Library. If you were here last year, then you know who this is. If you weren't, your neighbor might be able to tell you, but I am Mrs. Haack, and I am your librarian. Now, sometimes you see me and sometimes you don't, because I go to 2 schools. So what I'd like to do is to show you a little bit about the library, and for some of you, you're going to already have heard this, and for others, you might have forgotten or it might be new. So, we have a couple things about using our library, and the first thing is our shelf marker, and that is oh so important when we are looking for books, because if you look around, we have a lot of books, and every book is actually in its own special place. So it's really important that we keep those books exactly where they belong. So to do that, we're going to use a shelf marker. So when it's time to check out, you will get your shelf marker that has your name on it. Now, when you are in kindergarten and 1st grade, not every book in the library is going to be a great book to take home. So this area right here, called our E section, is going to be one place where you might find a book. The E books all have an E on the little sticker on the side of the book. It's called a call tag. And you're going to know it's the E section because all of those books have the E, and there's a big sign here that says E section. And E, everybody loves these books. And you might notice that you see a book that you happen to like. Oh, we need to have our tag. So, maybe you like Madeline books and you see this tag here with Madeline. Then you will know to come here to find a Madeline book. Or maybe you love Fly Guy and you see all the Fly Guys up here. So this is where you're going to come. And there will be a tag here that shows Fly Guy. When we want to look for a book, we put our shelf marker next to the book we want to take out. And we practiced this if you were in kindergarten last year, how to do this. We take the book out. We might want to do a picture walk to see if it's the one we want. So I'm going to look inside and I'm going to look through it. Maybe I'm looking for, oh, look at that one. It has funny flying chickens. That looks like a good one. So if that's the one I want, I'm going to take that book and I'm going to take my shelf marker out. And I'm either going to go find another book or I'm going to take it up to our checkout counter. Let's say, though, I don't want this one. You know what? I didn't know it was about chickens. So you're going to take the spine of the book, and that's the side, when you open it up, it's the part that holds the book together. You're going to hold the book by the spine, where you put your shelf marker with your name on it. You know that's exactly where to put the book back. And now I can take my shelf marker and I can keep looking. And the book is just where it's supposed to be. So if Mrs. Haack is going to help you find a book, or your teacher's going to help you find a book, we're going to know that that's where that book is supposed to be. So the E section is one good area for you to come. And another section is going to be over here. It is our red tag section. It's our red tag section because you're going to notice on the top of all the books there is red tape, because these are some of the books that all the kids would always ask us where they were at. So to make it easy for you to find them, we put them over here. So here are all the Froggy books all together. So if you've liked Froggy, I would come over here. This is a big favorite. Oops, our little card is missing. Do you know who that is? You know who these books are that are down here? Oh, if you said Elephant and Piggy, you're right. So we have a lot right now, but after kids start checking those books out, we're probably not going to have too many. So sometimes you might come here and you're going to see the Elephant and Piggy tag and no Elephant and Piggy books. But that's okay. That means a lot of kids are reading them. And the next time you come in, check back, and there might be an Elephant and Piggy book there. So, we have our E section, we have our red tag section, and the other really popular section is our green tag section. So our green tag books are those books that a lot of the kids like to come to because they're usually some popular things like Star Wars, Lego, Pokemon, I Spy. Over here we have princess books. These aren't green tag, these are actually pink dot, okay? But if you're somebody that can get 2 books, only one of the books that you get can come from the green tag area. And I tell kids that's because these books are kind of like candy. And just like we don't eat candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we're not just going to read candy books. So we're going to try reading other kinds of books about other things and by other authors. So sometimes kids forget, and we'll just mention to you, oh, you got to put one back and get something that's not a green tag, and you can come and get that book maybe the next week. So let's say I was over here and I found a princess book that I wanted. This one. Yes, the 12 Dancing Princesses. So I'm going to take my book and I'm going to take my shelf marker and I'm going to come over here to our checkout counter. And over here you will probably see Mrs. Murkison, who is taking care of the library when Mrs. Haack can't be here. And you're going to make a line and you're going to hand your book or books with your card to whoever's behind the counter. And you're going to hear the beeps, which mean your book has been checked out. They will keep your shelf marker and they will hand you back the books. The books that you brought up to the counter are the books you need to take home. So it is your responsibility now, because you're in charge of these books, to take care of them. So when you're done, you can take your books and you can sit over here. You can sit at a table. You can sit back in our E section on the star rug or in the chairs, and you can either read the books to yourself, share a book with a friend, or maybe you want to save your library books till you get home, so maybe you want to look at another book. We have lots of books here, or we have the books in the chair. Okay? So this is not a time when we play around with our friend, because this is a great time to read books. So hopefully, once you take these books back to your class, it is your job to get them home safely. So the only way to do that is to keep them in the backpack. And if you remember, our trick for getting our books and keeping our books is at home. When you're done, keep your book in your backpack. So when you're done reading it, put it back in your backpack. Then when they ask if you have any library books, most people don't leave their backpacks at home. You'll know right where your library book is. So I hope to see you soon, and I hope you find a good book.